Welcome to Swish, vintage finds for your sassy self. We hope you enjoy the videos and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Hi again, everybody. So I just posted a video 2 days ago about a haul that I recently got. And wouldn't you know it, but the family called me back and said, we just found 3 trunks full of stuff. And would you like to come back? And of course, I leaped at the opportunity. And now I have got another big, huge pile of stuff, even more pieces than the previous one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort it a little bit by category. There's a box of the cutest little lingerie pieces. There's at least 40 dresses. There's some really, really gorgeous stuff. Of course, when you think of a trunk and you think of, what people usually put aside in the trunk, it's usually the really old stuff, but this was a real mixture. So there's some really quirky 70s pieces and again, 50s dresses that are really amazing. I would say one of my favorite pieces is there's a coat that is made of bark cloth. So bark cloth is a very famous 50s fabric and it's usually curtains, but they have made a coat out of bark cloth. So stay tuned and I will start to show you some of the great pieces. So here are some of the bags of things. This bag has pretty much all knits in it. This is my favorite piece. This has got dresses. This has got dresses. This is a mixture. Here's some more dresses. Anyways, there is a ton of stuff. But what I've decided to start with to show are the little lingerie pieces. So nightgowns and pajama sets. And the other thing that I find really interesting with this woman is that a lot of things still had the original tags. So she liked to shop and didn't necessarily wear them. So this particular nightgown, nightie, t-shirt nightie, not quite sure what that means, but I swear I had this nightie that I think I got at the Army and Navy back in the early 70s. I think mine had either happy faces on it or Winnie the Pooh, or I can't even remember, but there's something about this maxi yellow nightie that has really got me remembering something from my past. This is really sweet and it seems to be unworn. Now we're just going to jump right into a completely different look. Here's a little baby doll set. So this has the little matching panties and of course the sweet little sleeves and everything and the trim. Now I don't think this piece was worn at all. It's still got the crispness that you find with new pieces. I mean, this little top, you could just wear it with a pair of white jeans or something. Oh, see? Here's a nightie. And it does have the tags on it. This is great. How much was it? Oh, it doesn't say, but made in Canada. This is a little aqua longer piece. She has a real eclectic collection. It's not like there was just one style that was preferred, which you'll see with this little gingham number. So here's a little gingham nightie. I just think this is so adorable. Now I don't see tags or anything on this one, but you could wear this with outside with a little pair of white Keds or sneakers or something. It's really cute. Here is another nightgown that is unworn. It's same label, I think, as that turquoise one. Nothing says cozy like nylon. Joking. So for Canadian watchers, as you know, Eaton's was such a brilliant department store. I loved Eaton's. And of course, we don't really have much in the way of department stores anymore. This is one of those classic little It's like a duster type of robe. There's a couple of these with the tags in different colors. There's an orange version too. And then we have the terry towel or terry cloth. This is so cute. And I would wear this, if it fit me, I would wear this as a dress. This is a 70s for sure, styled by Mr. Robert. And it is a maxi. And here is one. Now this one was worn, and you can see why. It is the cutest, and it's got this great smocking here. Oh, you know what? I have it inside out. So it would be even cuter if it was the right way. But you get my gist. This is probably a little Valentine's number or something. It's really sweet. Now, this one reminds me of all the 70s movies, like with Doris Day or something. This has the ruffle all the way down the front, and this is a maxi. Great little straps. And another cute little baby doll. This one does not have the matching panties, but it's just adorable. Little tie here, the layers. And then I've saved the best one that I love until last. So, you ready? Look at this. This has the little panties with the trim. And here is the little top. I just think this is the cutest little set. And it's almost like a little play set that you could wear, you know, over top of a bathing suit or something. You know, not as old, of course, as the 30s play sets, but it's pretty sweet. Okay, onwards and upwards. These all need to be laundered and sorted a little bit more, and then they will be in the store. So I'll probably show you one more category of pieces, maybe the sweaters or something, go from one extreme to the other. Here we are. This is a small pile of dresses. There's more dresses, but these are just the ones that I've started to look through. But as promised, I will now feature some of the sweaters. So I know that this is not a sweater. This is that bark cloth coat that I was telling you about. So bark cloth was used a lot in Hawaiian garments and drapes, and it's a really heavy woven cotton. This is just exceptional. It does have the buttons are missing, and it's got some wear on it, but I'm sure that once our lovely tailor is finished, it will be tip-top. So I thought I'd start with this great piece. It's very, very rare. It's even got little shoulder pads in it. Anyways, bark cloth. Hello 70s. This is really sweet. Vests are pretty on trend these days. The other thing that I do love is the label. So this is Lily D. I don't know who that is, but great little label. Now this is a sweater vest, and it's got a belt, but I'm not quite sure which bag the belt is in. So it's one of those tunics that you could just wear as is, or you could wear a little t-shirt underneath. Again, really great label. This is made in Republic of Korea, so you can kind of get an idea of how old that is. Pretty fantastic. Now this is the sweater that I showed you a little glimpse of. Look how gorgeous that is. It's absolutely beautiful. I love all of this work here on here, the embroidery. And this is all done by hand, this embroidery. Oh, here it says, oh, look at that. It's made by White Stag, which is quite a... White Stag, I think, was also moved to Canada. It was made in Canada at a later period, but this is wool made in Hong Kong. Absolutely beautiful. I love this sweater. Not sweater season, but lovely nonetheless. I was sure hoping that this had a matching skirt, because this looks like one of those 30s, 40s knits, even though it isn't that old, but it does look that old. So this one's made in Taiwan. And what does it say? Bewares? Wow. Instead of, oh, beware? Look at me, I'm reading sideways. This has these ribbons that you can gather in and also at the waist. It's really, really pretty. This piece reminds me of my grandmother. So my grandmother would have worn something like this sort of as an aprony type of thing if she was baking or doing house cleaning, and it would protect the dress that she was wearing underneath, or just this as a top. So this also might have been maternity. It's quite A-line, and it's got the little patch pockets. So adorable. Look at these little characters on here. It almost has a look like Korean or Japanese, you know, these little characters. Really sweet. So there's quite a few of these little sweaters, these little tanks. And what I really like about this one is when you look to see the price, wow, it went down to 34 cents from originally $2.99. So 34 cents. Pretty good deal. This is one of the few men's pieces that I took today. There wasn't really much in the way of menswear, but I'm going to confess that I bought myself. My goodness, of course I'm going to cough. I'll be right back. So I confess that I bought myself a beautiful Dolce & Gabbana blouse online. And it has this ruffle tuxedo front. It's very, very similar. Unfortunately, the Dolce & Gabbana version doesn't fit me. I've been eating too many snacks lately. So I'm going to try this on and see if I can have that similar vibe. It's pretty great. Now, this is so cute. This is a two-piece. This is a 70s knit sweater, and it is a really interesting label. So Joseph Ribkoff has been around for a really long time. Here's my dogs going at it again. But I've never seen this label before, Mother Nature by Joseph Ribkoff. Anyhow, so this is a A-line skirt. I should have moved all this here. This is really adorable. Last but not least, for those of you who were looking and really liked that purple jacket from the other day, here is a gray and tanned version. Again, this is those Italian double knit type of jackets. It is really, really great, and there are no stains on it that I can see. Of course, it needs to be dry cleaned. You know, it's not that things are dirty, but, you know, when things have been sitting in a trunk for 40 years, they need a little freshening up. So anyway, so there's my second half of my video. I will do some video of the dresses. There are a couple of pieces that are, oh my gosh, I'll show you a sneak peek. This piece, you are going to lose your mind over. Anyways, thanks for watching and stay tuned for more. Oh, and Marco says hi. Right, Marco? Yeah, he's ignoring me and you. So here is a final look at some of the dresses that I got from this lovely estate. This one is 70s with the smocking, and the family said they did remember their mom wearing this quite a bit. So this is absolutely on trend. It's a little bit of tie-dye going on, and then it's got the lace. So it's what they're calling the cottage core, or, you know, that kind of country chic. This is not a gunny sack dress, but let's see. It's a bit tough to read the label with one hand. Doesn't really matter. Anyways, classic 70s maxi. This one I think that Natasha would lose her mind over. It's kind of a caftan in nature, and it's paisley, and it is a full-on fantastic piece. And we have a piece like this similar in the store. So these ties here, again, it's hard to do with one hand. These ties tie around the back, around the bust, and then they come crisscross into the front so that it gives it a little bit more shape. This is really fantastic. I'm going to say that word about 80 times, fantastic. So here is a piece that actually the Madame Rack collection, there was, I believe, one that was similar to this. Yeah, also the Leo Denal. And this one is in pristine condition. The lady whose estate this was, she really loved shirt-waist dresses. So there's tons of these that, you know, have the full skirt, little belt. This one is probably 1960s. I would say it's pretty pristine. And it has the belt, which is great. So again, we have, this is a little bit of a shirtwaist dress. It does have the buttons up the front. Great little modern pattern. It looks like the designer Marimekko almost. And then it has a full skirt. So there's lots of different variations on these dresses. So this dress I was really fascinated by. This is made in Hong Kong. And again, this is, of course, this British Crown colony of Hong Kong. So this is 70% wool, 30% nylon, and it is in unworn condition. It was $98. That was quite a bit of money for a dress or for anything back in those days. As you know, the wages have not kept up with inflation. So the interesting thing with this dress is, ta-da, there's another one. So the difference on this one, of course, is the collar. So this one has got this sort of bib ruffle collar. This one does not. But what I love about this one is this sleeve. So it's got these really big balloony sleeves on it, which is very, very on trend. And these skirts on these two dresses are so voluminous. They have meters and meters and meters of fabric on these so that it gives that really full look. They have pockets. I'm going to say these are late 80s or 80s. So again, this one is unworn, and it's got this really, really great gathered waist on it. I think these are going to look really beautiful on. Yeah, they're lovely. This is quite a departure from some of these other dresses. This is a 60s. Look at the sweet little detail there. This looks like something you could even wear for Easter or to a wedding or something. There's a couple of stains on this piece, so fingers crossed that we'll get those out. I would say the majority of the dresses, even though they are going to be dry cleaned, the majority of them don't really have staining issues. They just really need some freshening up. But this is an exception with the stains. So this one, the woman had put aside all kinds of dresses, and then there was only a couple 80s, these sort of rayon, but she saved them for some reason. And this, again, I think would look really beautiful on. This has almost got that sort of Pretty Woman vibe to it, and it's got these ties that would tie in the back. Polka dots for summer. Now look at this beauty. This is the sweetest little cocktail dress. And even though we sort of shy away from black because we have so many black dresses, I think this one will really stand out because of the detail. So it's got that little 20s vibe to it with the little kicky pleat on the bottom, and of course with this banding. It's 60s, but has that vibe. That's a really nice label. This one is really great too. This is a Sears. I say that because, you know, I've picked them all for a reason, and I think that they're all great. But the reason I like this one is because it is polka dot, and it's got really interesting finishing on the pockets, and has got the shirtwaist style with the big full skirt. I mean, for summertime, this is absolutely perfect. It's even got kind of a Western look to it. There's about 8 dresses that I think she made that have a Western look to them. So you'll be seeing those soon in the store. Now this one, these kind of dresses I always think of as Christmas dresses. We get them in the store in velvet. We've got a couple red velvet ones in right now, but this one is a really fine corduroy, and it's got some great detailing. This one has a little bit of condition issue. There's a little tiny bit of a hole, but I think that if it was blind mended by our tailor, you're not even going to be able to tell. The skirt is so full on it that it'll just fade away, the little hole. It's adorable. This one would lend itself really well to wearing a crinoline too, because it's got this great big full skirt to it. Now wait for this next one. This one I gasped. So this is like a classic sort of pinafore style. Look at how cute that is. If I was in my 20s, I would have rocked this. Like, you could wear this with just a little bandeau bra. You could wear it just with a white t-shirt. Or if you were really daring, you could wear it with nothing at all. Just make sure you have some double-sided tape there. But this is a maxi, so it's even cooler with just white platform sneakers or something. I just think it's so cute. At first I thought that it was homemade, but it's not. So this is an old size 9, which again, we are going to do a show one of these days on the difference in sizes, because very obviously this is not a size 9. This would be about a size 4. So look at the pattern on this cutie. This is a maxi, and it's covered in flowers, perfect for summertime. It's got these puffed sleeves, the round neck. This Belinda, do you know, it actually could be a piece of lingerie. It could be a nightgown, but I'm going to say it's a dress. This one is a classic cut. It's got the little puff sleeves. I swear you would see a dress like this contemporary. I've seen dresses like this in the shop right now. This has got this great neckline and then the buttons and a little short sleeve. Now it does have a belt, but if you see it unbelted, just as cute. So you could do with whatever you'd like. This next dress reminds me of the American designer who did study in Paris named Diane Frey, but it's not. This is Barbara Semrich, and I don't know that brand, but I'll look it up. So this has got sort of gold hand painting over top. I mean, it's not hand painted. The fabric probably is manufactured, but this has got this ruffle neck and then the ruffled sleeves. Really fantastic print here. This would be great for a summer wedding. This is fantastic. All right, you want to see the mind-blowing one at the end here? Look at this. So this, at first I thought it was a dress, but it is even better. It is wide-legged pants. OMG. So this again is probably a piece of lingerie, but in the summertime with some espadrilles or a pair of sneakers. Look at how outstanding this is. I love this Poochie-esque kind of print. It's really great. I can't wait to show somebody this piece that is going to rock it. Okay, so there you have it. My latest estate, and so many great finds. And there's skirts and everything you can possibly imagine. So thanks for watching, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and we will see you soon.